Hello, good morning. I'd like to thank Stephen for that wonderful and flattering introduction that I totally did not write for him. Okay, I'm here today to talk about the 3 rules of public speaking. Now, really there's more to it than that, but we're going to start with 3 today because I only have 10 minutes. Here's the thing. Most of you in the audience today are not speaking today, and I think all of you are really glad it's not you. Public speaking, according to some surveys that they have done, is the people's number 1 fear. Number 1. You know what number 2 is? Anybody? Death. Thank you very much. As Jerry Seinfeld has said repeatedly, which means if you're at a funeral, you'd rather be in the coffin than delivering the eulogy, which I think is a little extreme. However, there are a couple things that we can do to take the fear out of public speaking. That's what we're going to talk about today. So, here are the 3 rules as we go. Be loud, be clear, and be expressive. If you don't do any one of these things, you're not going to succeed as a public speaker. You can be really loud and really expressive like this. Not really getting your ideas across. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to express our ideas. Writing is for words, speaking is for ideas. But before we can speak effectively, we need to do one thing. I'm going to get Stephen out here to help me. Stephen, can you just come up for 1 second here? Thanks, Stephen. So if I get everybody stand up out of their chairs just for 1 sec, that'd be grand. Here's what I'm going to show you. The number 1 thing that you can do to be a more successful public speaker is to stand with proper posture. Before you can do anything else, you need proper posture. A lot of people, when they get on stage, they stand like this with their feet together. Stephen, will you stand with your feet together? Here's what happens when you stand with your feet together. Whoa. Now, I don't mean somebody's going to come on stage and push you over. That rarely happens. What I mean is that you don't have balance. You're not solid. You're not connected to the ground. All you need to do right now is to put your feet a little bit apart. Now, if you do that, this is what happens. I mean, I can still push them over. I'm not that weak. But my point is that you're much more stable. Thank you very much, Stephen. Appreciate it. Thank you. So, we're going to stay standing for the rest. You're going to keep your feet apart. Here's the first thing. Volume. Volume is incredibly important. Right now, I have a microphone. It's not that important. Trust me when I say I could do this without a microphone. And you could too. Control is what we're talking about. Control of your volume, control of your clarity, control of your expression. So the first thing we're going to do is a little exercise controlling our volume. We're going to start counting at 1, and we're going to count all the way up to 10. 1 is going to be the quietest number. 10 is going to be the loudest number without shouting or screaming. And we're slowly going to get a little bit louder with each number. Are you ready to do this with me? Volume, people. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That was spectacular. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you for applauding. You guys did all the work. I didn't really do anything there. Okay, we're going to go the other way. We're going to come from 10 down to 1. Are you ready? Steady. Go. Spectacular. Very well done. Okay, next, clarity. When I talk about clarity, I mean clarity of ideas and clarity of sounds. Clarity of ideas is incredibly important. Like I said at the beginning, our job is to communicate ideas, not to communicate words. And so if you can communicate your ideas clearly, you will succeed as a speaker. But here's the second thing. You need to have your words be clear as well, because words, as unimportant as they are, still have meaning. Imagine this, for example. In conversation with your friends, you don't articulate clearly all the time. And that's okay, because your friends understand you. You guys have a language of your own. When you talk to your parents, you don't speak super clear all the time, because you don't need to. You guys have a shared language. But when you're speaking to a group of people, they've never met you before, and they don't share your language. You need to think of words as having letters, and you need to think of those letters as incredibly important. You need to say every letter in a word. For example, here's a word, bump. Bump is a great word. First of all, it's very evocative. When you say bump, you think of things bumping each other, and that's hilarious. But second of all, if you don't say every letter in the word, you have a bit of a problem. For example, everybody say this word on the count of 3, but say it without the last letter. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Well, that's not good at all. It's kind of terrible, actually. Everybody try to say it again, but this time really hit that p of the P at the end of the word bump. Ready, go. Bump. Oh, see, that's much better. Now, I don't want you to say this next word. I just want you to look at the word and imagine what it would sound like if you didn't say the last letter. Okay. Here's the thing. Shakespeare, as some of you may know, wrote a lot of famous speeches. A lot of famous plays and poems, and in those plays, people spoke speeches. One of his most famous speeches starts with the words, friends, Romans, countrymen. And it starts with the words friends, Romans, countrymen, because the way to start any speech is to start with a hook, is to get the audience's attention. If you don't have their attention from the beginning, you're not going to have their attention at the end. This is a speech delivered by Mark Antony after Julius Caesar has died from the play Julius Caesar. Hope I didn't spoil that for anybody. He dies like really early on. It's not really about him. Doesn't matter. The point is that he's standing in front of a huge group of people in public, and he's trying to get their attention. And he says, friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears, which is a great phrase. But people who aren't clear tend to say it like this, friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears, which is an entirely different thing altogether, even if it were possible. And I'm not convinced it is. So here's the thing. What we are going to do now is you're going to say these famous lines of Shakespeare, but you are going to say them clearly. And by doing it clearly, you're going to communicate your ideas clearly and the words clearly. To do this, you're going to take a little bit of a pause before the word rears, ears. So you say, friends, Roman countrymen, lend me your ears. All right, let's try this. Ready? Go.
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears.
Spectacular. And then you have the body part that you actually want from people. The third thing, and probably, though I don't want to value anything more, the most important thing is expression. It doesn't matter how loud and clear you are. If you talk like this during your speech, people will not listen to you. So here's what we're going to see. We're going to learn that the way you say something has incredible meaning, incredible importance. You can say the same thing and communicate the same idea, but the way you say it means much more than what you say. Let us imagine that there is something called sarcasm. Sarcasm was you look at somebody and you say, yeah, I really like your sweater. You don't mean you really like their sweater. In fact, you mean you don't like their sweater. You mean they should probably go shopping and quickly. But you said, I really like your sweater, which is why it's really tough to be sarcastic in emails, as we've probably all discovered. So what we're going to do now is we're going to look at a few phrases, and we're going to say these phrases in a way that the words are essentially the same, but the idea changes. Everybody say this. Go.
This is cool.
Well, thanks very much. I appreciate that. But there was no real meaning to that. It was just, this is cool. It could mean anything. It could mean this is cool, like I'm having fun. It could mean this is cool, like it's kind of cold to the touch. It could mean this is cool. I don't know why I said that, but it seems like the thing everybody else is saying. Try this next one. Go.
This is cool.
This is cool. I think it is, but whatever. Here's the thing. This is cool changes a little bit. It has a punctuation mark at the end. It has a question mark. It's just like saying somebody's name. If you say your name is Bob, that ends with a period. That's a statement. That person's name is Bob. If you say your name is Bob, the words are the same, but you're indicating to that person that you don't actually know what their name is, which is okay if you don't. If it's your brother, it's kind of awkward. Try this one. Go.
This is cool.
I really appreciate if you all just said because it took me a long time to find that font and make it work in this presentation. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. When we say this is cool, what we are saying is this is cool, this is cold, I am cold. And not only do we change our voice when we say it, but we physicalize the word as well. We may tense up a little bit. We may shake our face a little bit like this. We may say it in a different way. The point is that the words have less meaning than the way we say the words. This is the final one, and here's how it goes. It goes like this. Say this. Ready, go.
You are so cool.
I just wanted to get 100 people to say that to me. But you said that completely differently than you said the last one and the one before that. And that's because the words have meaning, but the way you say them has much more. So if I'm going to leave you with anything today, and I am going to leave you in about 10 seconds, it's this. If you want to be a successful speaker, you need to be loud, you need to be clear, and you need to be expressive. If you do those three things, you will succeed. And I wish the best of luck to all the speakers today. And I know that their loudness and their clarity and their expression will please you all immensely. Thank you very much for your time, and enjoy the rest of the day.